Anyway, Max, with guests, we like to, do a bit of an icebreaker question, just to really lead
We
in.
haven't even introed the episode yet. Wow.
Oh man, I forgot
Oh my
to.
God. What about the structure of BBM?
It's the
Misha?
cold open, you piece of shit. Let me do the bit. Let me do the fucking bit. My God.
Get much colder than this.
Oh God, I want you to just hit me.
Okay. Why do so many of my friends want me to hit them?
Drag my nerd glasses over and bonk him on the head.
I will.
Because I've been a naughty wolf.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Here, Argo, you're in charge of things. Argo
likes getting hit.
You're in charge of the episode.
I'm what?
You're in charge of the episode.
What?
As a 33-year-old unk, I beat
as a
bits
30
into the fucking dirt.
Jesus.
They're dead, and then when they're dead, I dig the grave and dig deeper. I keep going.
This is that perfect time where my actually avatar is perfect because I could say actually I'm 34.
Bro, I'm so baby in this group. It's great. I'm the youngest one.
You're sandwiched between unks.
Anytime someone says
wouldn't be anywhere
else, and I'm thinking University of North Carolina.
You made that joke in the video because we watched your video on stream, and you made that joke in the video, and I had to have Argo explain it to me.
What that unk is?
I was like, why did he say University of North Carolina? And he's like, unk, and I was like, oh my fucking God, yeah, because of the acronym.
Wolf.
That's the North Carolina joke. We all like everybody in North Carolina collectively says University of North Carolina.
What's your alma mater? Unk. Yeah, I think it's time for this to be done. I think I quit. I think
we need like something funny for the.
I don't think I'm renewing my contract.
I tried to do something funny, and then Solis screwed it up, and then he started talking over me, and then you didn't give the answer I hoped, and then everything's wrong, and I'm sad.
Well,
everybody out in the audience, more like Misha B introing.
If I have to sit through an hour and a half of Misha B blank jokes, I'm leaving.
Misha B bitching.
I swear. Fucking God, I don't want to do this anymore. Welcome on into. No, Solis, after you, I insist. After you. No, go ahead. No, you do it.
You go word for word. Welcome.
On.
In.
To.
Bark.
Duke. Say Duke. Yeah.
I was gonna do it, but I didn't want to interrupt.
This is Ruby, but this is TF Day.
Yeah, Ruby drank the
oh
Duke
no,
TF
I've taken
potion.
Ruby's place. That's not fair.
Who are you?
Who?
You know what's not
How did
fair?
You get in here?
The fact that I'm a weasel, because weasels are very fair.
What?
Nobody gets.
Why did Solis leave?
Why Solis leave?
Wow. What is the joke? Because you're fair.
Fair, unfair, red.
Oh, okay.
It's a really bad.
Okay,
it was
Misha. You have to be exactly 30 to get it. Probably. You have to be 30 or older, I think.
I'm 2 years off, dude. In 2 years, I'm gonna message you and be like, "Oh yeah, I get it now. I understand."
Let's be real. It's the fandom. We won't know each other in 2 years.
Whoa, yes we will.
Aww.
We did a podcast together. That's got to count for something. Then again, I don't talk to my other people I did a podcast with, so I guess there might be some truth to that.
Cut that. No.
Cut it. No, we
what
can
other
keep
podcast?
It. No, that's where we cut it. I don't talk about the other podcast.
Yeah. We don't
That's
talk about
pretty much any video job I've ever had. I don't talk to any of the people I worked with at those places.
Damn.
No, I think Misha, we're up there in the longest standing like friendships in my fandom. It's not so like I have friends that I've known since 2018, but we do not talk on a regular basis because they either don't go to the same cons, or they're just not around and they're doing and living their own lives. So you just don't keep in contact in the same way. So that's kind of more what that joke was about. It's not that we won't know each other, but it is crazy to see like how many people have come in and out of my lives in the last 7 years.
True, yeah.
That's interesting. I've actually had kind of a polar opposite experience in the fandom where I have friendships that date back a really long time, and it's hard for me to meet new people and connect with those people. Did I just lose connection?
Yeah,
Nope.
wait, no, I hear you just fine. I adjusted your volume, and now your guys stopped talking. Try talking again.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay,
let
we're
me-
good.
maybe if I get closer to
No,
my
no, no,
microphone
no,
like
no,
this.
no,
Don't do that.
no.
Did
You
the
were
worst thing.
you were too loud, and I turned you down by like 5%, and then
And then
me adjusting your volume apparently set you back to not talking. But it's okay now.
Uh-oh.
We're good.
Okay. Sounds good.
Mm,
Yeah, I think I was also making random noises because I do that because I fiddle. I'm a fiddler when I talk. I fiddle with things. I bite fingernails. I make clicky noises.
Oh,
well, don't make
please,
clicky noises. Misha
yeah,
will literally stab you.
please,
oh yeah.
please find
hey, how's
non-
that clicker doing?
Please find non-loud things to fiddle with. I'm fiddling with a D4 right now. That's
Hey
my
Solis,
fiddle.
how's that clicker?
It's right here. I only do it for bits.
Oh, like if people throw bits at you on Twitch.
What's a Twitch?
Solis. I don't want to make that joke, actually. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. No. Anyway, Mex. This is so obviously I'm your host,
Who's
Misha.
Mex?
To my left is your usual host, Solis. To our right is a new unfamiliar face. This is Mex, or also known as iBolt07 on YouTube and Twitch, and probably other places that we will get into. But Mex is a good friend of mine that I think I've only known you for like a year, huh? I think we met like a year ago.
I forgot exactly how we met. I'll be real. I think we just met on like Blue Sky one day and
Grinder.
No,
it's not
I know.
Grindr.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is I've been watching your videos since I worked at a chocolate factory back in 2022, and I'm going to make the joke.
Oh,
I worked in the packing department of a chocolate factory at the time. We can make that
Mm.
joke. I was.
What's your sexuality?
oh,
My
you were fudge
definition.
packing.
I was a fudge packer.
Damn.
Oh man.
I remember
It's-
I was looking for like more thoughtful, and I don't want to insult any particular because I respect the grind to anybody who can do YouTube and make a community out of it and do that because it's a lot of hard work.
Oh,
So
I'll
it's like
insult
I
them.
respect anybody that can do it, even if I don't vibe with your content personally. But with Misha particularly, I liked his more thoughtful approach where he would lay down the facts and be more analytical about things, and
Yeah.
also provide kind of a both sides standpoint why people would see things one way versus another, as opposed to forming conclusions based on his own emotions and stuff like that. Even though those are funny bits to have.
Yeah. It's one of those where it's like I try not to play devil's advocate because that's not usually a good position to have, but I try to be like, hey, this is probably what the other side is thinking. Here's why they might not be correct and why I don't agree with them. But like, because like with Free for All, it was like I could have spent like a half hour, eating, like tackling low hanging fruit, beating a dead horse. But it was like, hey, why do people hate this? Who's involved? What happened? Was it successful? Are they going to do it again? Argo's messaging me while sitting right next to him.
You're in a podcast. So I have to give you.
The funny
voice
thing
is
was
coming out
that
of
was
your
the
head
video,
again.
Misha.
That was the video? Oh, shit.
That was the video. It was the free for all video.
Oh, hell yeah. But like,
I'm just wondering how much you paid Mex to say all those nice things about you.
that
That was wild.
his check's in the mail. But
yeah.
like,
Oh, it's Mex in the mail too. Cool.
I
Cool.
do remember how we met, Mex.
Oh shit, you do? Please tell me the lore. I'm gonna put my hand right on my hand and listen super intently.
I watched one of your videos on stream, and you popped in.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, I think it was Pip takes credit for it, so it might have been him. But like, I think Pip recommended the video, and then he must have messaged you about it. Shit.
Correct, he did.
Yeah, that I was like watching it on stream or something. So
Yeah,
that's how.
Was it best and worst?
I don't remember. Let me look at your
It's a
channel.
weird
Was
game
it
of
the
telephone.
wait? Was it the old furry cons thing?
No,
No.
maybe
Carpet sample?
it wasn't. I did carpet
Was it?
sample.
I
That
didn't.
wasn't.
I didn't do carpet sample.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about things that are smelly on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
Then why are you? Because you're smelly,
Damn.
Oh,
stinky.
he's so mean.
You don't even take baths. You do dust baths.
It wasn't
So
FWA.
everybody complains about how pet ferrets are like the really smelly creatures, but when I had my boys, they had like an odor to them, but it's either one of those love it or hate it things, and I didn't mind it as long as like the cage got cleaned and everything, which I tried to do every day best I could. But that was back when I was like 22 and probably shouldn't have had ferrets because I was irresponsible.
I don't know about you.
But
It's
yeah,
typically
yeah.
at that age you can be like a good fur owner up until they start having health issues, and that's when it gets really
Yeah.
expensive and you don't have the money for it. His
Oh,
friends are
no.
great, but they're a specialty and they cost
Yeah.
lots of money.
That's why I don't have any right now, because I
Mhm.
know I probably would not be able to properly care for them with my budget.
Okay, you have a video that I have watched all of that is furries are done with Twitter. I've tried a bunch of Twitter replacements, and oh boy. So that
What's
might
that?
have been the video.
So how's the threads
That's,
going?
in my
The
opinion,
threads?
that's one of my funniest videos.
Threads somehow ended up being arguably worse than Twitter, dude. I don't know what the hell happened over there.
I fell off of threads real freaking quick.
It was like all of the corporations jumped on it day one, and I honestly think that's what ruined it. Also, no NSFW being allowed. I don't think sites realize how much that hinders growth. Because, like, us furries are freaks, and if you have a healthy furry audience, then your site is doing good. And so it was just like, the problem is corporations ruin everything. That's why we had that crab picture with the silence brand thing, because corporations are fucking annoying. I don't want to make jokes with them.
They are.
Yes.
I remember there was one that my mom actually really liked called Spoutable. That was supposed to be, and I talked about that one in there, and the interface was great until I realized that not only is the site super anti-NSFW and anti-porn, it's also like the owner has like completely like talked shit about sex workers, like how they don't deserve respect in that. And I'm like, no, we're yeah, you know what? I'm glad this this didn't take off.
Yeah, man. That's God. I don't know. But
shrugs.
That's just one of my favorite things about Blue Sky is like I can be Misha, I can be Pubby, I can be safe for work and interact with people. I can be Rascal on another account and just be a filthy animal and just like see all of the smut that I want. And I could do both of these things on a site where everyone's like, hell yeah, dude, you know, you be you. And it's great. And there's no ads. I imagine that'll change at some point. But like there's like minimal corporations. I don't ever have to worry about Minute Maid seeing my dick. That's pretty cool. But like, so we can avoid that problem altogether.
No, I hope Country Time Lemonade sees mine,
dude. Country Time Lemonade reposting a dick pic would be insane.
No, I feel like Chester Cheetah, if he saw mine, he would repost that shit, and I would probably be really embarrassed.
Well, yeah, I would too.
He would call it
Chester Cheetah. The vibe I get from him is Charlie Sheen before sobriety.
Charlie Sheen. Okay, so
I guess he's like sober now and doing good. But
is he? That's good.
I'd call him Chester Cheetah around that. I feel like they're the same vibe. Same
Chester Sheena.
Cracked out.
Chester Sheena.
Hey, it's fucking the Christmas episode.
Dude, it is hold on. I can give us hats.
We're getting Santa hats.
We're getting hats.
I don't have hats.
We're getting
I'm going to do that on my
stream. Is that what you did last year?
I think so.
That's what you did. No, I think you just slapped hats on us or something.
It's possible.
I'm doing that thing on my stream tomorrow night where I'm going to put the Santa hat on the screen and I'm going to tell my community take a drink anytime so someone on screen wears the Santa hat.
Oh, it's wild.
Hi, everyone watching at home. You probably heard boo-doo-doo. Your computer is fine. I tried to open a file that apparently doesn't exist, so disregard.
Oh. No Santa hat.
No. Times you've deleted
we do have the Santa hats.
Aww.
I tried to open a different thing.
That's funny. But yeah, this comes out Friday, which is the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
So tell us how your Christmases went, if you celebrate it.
Duke.
Horizontal. Oh. Yeah, there we go.
Flip flop.
Yeah.
Your head moves around so much.
That's not bad. That looks good.
Okay, good.
No.
I'm gonna get rid of this part of the hat since it like wraps around your head. No,
that looks good. Actually, no, that looks good.
Oh no, it looks fine.
Mr.
He's
Solis,
trying to suffocate me with the hat.
Deal with it.
You are. Why is your box so big?
Me?
No, for reference, Solis's box extends all the way to where Mex is sitting. What the fuck?
I've always
Have to-
asked about that.
To cut
I
off
don't
your hair,
understand.
though. There we go. Look at
Misha,
that.
if you saw my OBS layout, you'd probably
Mine's
probably
not
have
good.
an aneurysm.
Yeah, I'm aware that mine is just not good.
I have a random like 2006 obscure NASCAR driver as a random image, and I make him pop up every now and then.
I just went through and deleted all my extra images, so I'm actually pretty clear on that.
Sometimes-
Do we want a Christmas tree? We can have a Christmas
Good.
tree. Yeah.
I decorated my Christmas tree on stream last night.
You did. I
You were
rated
there.
you. I was. We watched you for a little bit, and then I rated you.
Oh, yeah, you were watching, and then
Uh-oh.
you rated. But yeah, we were just drinking and having a good time at that point. I think.
Hell yeah.
I think.
I need to attend more streams.
I did a
I
lot too.
don't watch.
sh-
I promise we'll get to the interview questions in a second. I don't watch very many like free
Interviews,
streamers.
questions. It's the Christmas episode. Mex doesn't get any spotlight.
What? I drafted up
It's all about
questions for him.
Christmas.
Quizmos.
You poorly planned this then.
I did. Oh my god! I'm sorry. I'm the only one in the
I
group that
honestly-
planned shit. So.
I'm gonna be real. I just wanted to be on here just to be social with you guys.
Hmm.
Parasocial.
The feeling's mutual. No, I'm kidding.
Feelings mutual.
Mutual.
Okay. Well, you
There
know
we
what?
go.
You know what, Misha? I'll do you a favor here.
What?
I'm gonna continue to bitch because it's funny.
Are you gonna moan too? Like bitch and moan? That sounds a lot weirder than I was expecting it to. That's not what I meant. To scratch that.
let that paw drop under the desk or the table. Real
Oh
quick.
baby, you know it.
Why haven't we done that? Why haven't we done the Lovins episode?
The Lovins episode is crazy. What the fuck?
Okay.
Woo!
If there was a fanfic about Bark Bark Meow characters, how would you react to that?
I don't know. I don't care.
Misha is safe for work, so I would be. If it was like anything smut related, I wouldn't like it. But if it was just like, I mean, there's a whole book of Broomby, so like,
Oh my god.
But if it was like
Yeah,
anything like
pretty cool.
smut, that would be a big issue. Unless they replaced Misha with Rascal and or Scout, then it'd be fine. But like, if it was just like a normal thing, like the furthest I'd be okay with is like Misha kissing, because that, you know, hand holding might be a little too far. But like, well, I'd be fine with it if it was that, and if it was anything more than that,
Raw dog
one
back shots. What about the?
that would have to be Rascal.
You just said something that made me think. I need the people that are the Book of Broomby people. That I don't know if you're ever gonna have a finalized version, but the closest you can get to a finalized version, y'all need to put go on like Amazon. They gotta sell like a 4-pack of like really cheap USB sticks. Or like go throw the Book of Broomby on a bunch of USB sticks and like leave
Just
them
leave
in
them
random
everywhere.
places
Oh my god.
where they won't be found, and hopefully in a civilization 100 years from now will find them and just be like, there was a cult called the Book of Broomby.
You know what? I'm down.
And they'll create an entire religion based around it.
I'm feeling that. Like what like would they think, oh, what the fuck is this all about? Like, what do you do?
What do you do?
I don't know, man. I think that'd be really funny.
It would just be so interesting to see what the intent was with some things of the past that became like much more important than they were supposed to be. Like,
Right.
for all we know, the Mona Lisa could have been made as like a shit post. Who knows?
Whoa,
Misha,
Mona Lisa.
imagine that my Solis the Wolf, your Misha B. Barkin, and the Ruby with the broom all end up in like historical paintings based off of a cult that's founded hundreds of years later because they found the USB stick.
Dude, I hope so. I
Oh,
God,
want
I
to be
hope they-
remembered
I
for
hope-
being in a cult, dude.
I hope they put my brain in a tube and then I get to like get consciousness again at some point so I could like be told this.
We believe they prayed to animals and became these animals.
They became the animals.
But back to what my brain was thinking. Somehow I got back to the track. I'm gonna let you slide on this one. Yeah, you can do the interview with Mex. We'll just have to keep it more Christmas oriented on the after bark.
Okay.
Because
We
it'll
can
be
do
the
that.
day after Christmas, so we
Well-
can really focus in on like how it went and
What
how everybody else is doing in chat.
Christmassy
It can be
things do you
Christmas-
have planned? Like what did you have planned to make this a Christmas episode?
Oh, nothing. I was
Cute.
gonna make that
Okay.
up. I was literally gonna like try to figure that out, but then you're like, no, it's the Mex episode. I'm like, well, we're fucked then.
We're not fucked. We have a
Aw.
friend.
No way.
Mex
No,
is
we have.
Mex is our
we-
extended
Aw.
family, and he's in
It can't be
town
the
for
Christmas
vacation.
episode.
It could be the Christmas
now
episode.
I feel a solace over here making me feel like dead weight.
Yeah.
It can't be the Christmas episode.
Why
But
not?
I have
It
a
has to
Santa
be
hat
the
on.
Mex episode.
It
But
could
I
be
have a
the,
Santa hat on.
it could be the Christmas Mex episode. It could be both.
I
Ho ho
can't.
ho!
Christmas is too big and Mex is too big. We can't make them.
I'm
share
a
an
weasel. I
episode.
steal the shinies. That means I can invade your Christmas tree.
Oh, I'm gonna throw you outdoors then.
Okay, so no Christmas for you.
No Christmas tree. Get on my Christmas tree. I just
I'm
decorated
Santa
it.
Claus. Ho
I
ho
just
ho!
decorated it.
Bitch, I'm Santa Claus. Ho ho ho!
Mean. I'm Santa Paws.
Anyway, what?
Santa
Okay,
Lou.
this is not part of the interview, but since it is the Christmas episode that comes out the day after Christmas, what do you guys have planned for Christmas, if anything?
I just have the little family Christmas. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen. My sister said she was feeling sickish yesterday. So if there's a cold involved or a flu involved, then I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen. I literally spent over $40 on all the shit to make the mac and cheese recipe.
You're
It's
making
not
TD's
cheap.
mac and cheese? No,
Yummy.
it's
I have all of it, Misha. I have a new baking pan and all the shit.
Oh, it's so good
Like-
though. It's so bad
Well-
for you. You can only make it like once or twice a year.
Oh, I'll just die. It's fine. I'll
Oh,
eat it
okay.
like 10 times a year and die. It's fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I plan on making that for Christmas. But if my sister doesn't make Christmas, I don't even know if we're gonna do it on Christmas at that point. I don't know. It was a big shrug at that moment. Dad is back. Dad is home. Dad is actually moving around better than he was before, I guess, months ago. So
I'm-
that's good.
Really glad to hear that. I don't. Do you want to give like a quick update? Because I don't know if this happened after we recorded.
We did it a little bit on the afterbark, I think. But
Did we?
didn't-
Okay.
No, because that would have been. I was not here. Was I?
You were here for the afterbark on Friday.
Oh, I was. Okay, right. My brain's. I'm very. Whew. Yeah. So Dad's good. Just didn't have a whole lot of blood in his body, basically.
Yeah, it's a bit of a medical scare, but
Had to
Oh shoot!
basically get the blood topped off, get the iron and saline and stuff back in his body, and I guess he's feeling better than he's felt for months, which makes
Hell
sense
yeah.
because if you don't have blood, you don't have oxygen getting to your body,
yeah,
and thus you would feel pretty tired and crappy.
yeah.
So he's doing good. I didn't know he was just gonna offhandedly do this because I figured he'd want a little bit more observation before just fucking winging it. But he drove in the town by himself and went and was looking for something or another he needed around the house and came back without any issues. So
Oh,
he's
wow.
that's something he couldn't do months ago. So
Hell yeah.
we thought it was other issues that he was gonna have to get figured out, but I guess it was
Yeah.
this whole blood issue thing. But yeah, he's back. He's out of the hospital, and we're not gonna have to celebrate Christmas in a hospital, so that's good.
That's really good to hear.
That is really good to hear.
So
I'm
take those wins.
yeah, we take those.
Could win the fucking Powerball.
I'm gonna okay. My first plan. I'm
I've
gonna
been
win
playing.
Powerball, and then I'm gonna
I've
go
been
get.
playing it.
I haven't. Maybe I'll go buy a ticket
I
today.
have
don't know.
been, and I've wasted more money than I would like to say.
That's how they get
It's not-
you. So you have to buy one ticket out of the blue.
I know.
That's how you
I
win it.
know. I know.
I've
I'm
got
done
2
after
quick
this one.
picks sitting in my car, but I'm going to be real. I don't actually think I want to win that because I would probably just keep 10 mil and give the rest away to friends and people I care about and causes because I don't need that much power.
Mex buddy, we're friends, right?
Hey, Max, buddy. Hey.
I got a
You
book
wanna
I'm trying to fund. we're friends. No, I'm kidding.
I
Dude.
would trust me. I would be investing in friends more than anything.
That's
I
my
think-
thing. Is like, do you know how I would single-handedly fund the entire furry community for the next like 5 years if I won the lottery, dude?
Literally get every community member a fursuit.
Right?
No. I think
more
I-
more
I've
than
mentioned-
Elon Musk has ever done.
True. and you don't even have you still have a very small like an incredibly small fraction of his wealth at that rate too. The funny thing that you're talking about there, because I think we've talked about it on the podcast before. It's like I would just like start a company and just like so I would just do publishing for you through my company.
Let's go.
And I would run some fursuit makers through me and just, pay like good living wages and shit.
Anyway,
I don't really know what I would do.
Winning the Powerball would be nice. Let's start off with that.
For
everybody.
Christmas, because I want to finish this question before we move on to the other ones.
Okay.
I think we all have ADHD, don't we? I know I do.
Oh, yeah.
Solace is almost certain he does. I'm also
Not
almost certain he does.
diagnosed. I don't know if I do, but I do have other issues.
Okay. We have this problem every week, Max. Don't worry. This is a common occurrence.
All good. I'm not on any particular time crunch, so I'm here to chill with y'all.
I'm on the time crunch of how much do I want to edit later. But
wow.
I am going over to Argo's family's place for brunch and then dinner as well, and we're having prime rib, and I'm super excited.
I love prime rib.
Oh, prime rib's so good.
I'm just gonna have to spend a Christmas out there with y'all, and I'll just +1 myself to your
come
family.
with. Yeah.
So my favorite thing with prime rib is
our best friend from Illinois.
I have mentioned you because
to the Argos family.
Yeah, I call you by your IRL name, but like, yeah, I've mentioned you.
Want to die?
No, because you were who I was visiting in Chicago. That was why I was in Chicago.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think I know any of y'all's IRL name. And
wait, so does Argos family does Argos family just not know he's a furry?
Don't want to get into that on the podcast.
Fair enough.
But Mex, what are you doing for Christmas, buddy?
I usually my family's very small because I'm estranged from most of it. I only have one living grandparent, and she's in Dallas, Texas, and kind of a right winger. And we don't talk all that much. The only person in my family I really talk with is my mom, who's been to more furry conventions than some furries that I know.
Wait, that's really cool.
Yeah, my mom has been to Carolina Fur Fair twice.
Yo.
Yeah, she came to watch the dance comp in 2020 and 2022. I got her a registration the first year, and she had a good time. She got to meet she loved watching Vin the Fox on YouTube back when I was like first coming into the fandom, and so I actually got her to meet Vin the Fox, and she was a little starstruck by it. And so that was one of the well-known squeak suitors. Back in the day, for those younger furs that don't know who Vin the Fox is. So I'm going to spend the day with her, and we're going to go on a hike on a trail that has been reconstructed since Helene. It's the Swano River Trail. And we're going to go. We do a Christmas hike every year, so me and her are going to go on a day hike.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So if you want to meet Mex, go to this trail.
Nope. Nope. Not encouraging that.
Nah.
You reminded me of the ADHD moment. Max, you did remind me of something. I just have to tell Misha about it. God, it's probably a month ago. I was doing a TikTok live, and that dancing dog, Duke the dancing dog, showed up in my TikTok live.
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do.
You're gonna feel old.
Absolutely talked about it on this podcast, and
that's how you feel.
You would know it once we showed it. But if
y'all
y'all know
the
Duke
name,
the dancing dog,
the name sounds familiar.
But yeah, you'll know it the second I show you. But yeah, and I'm like, wait, are you the? And they're like, yeah. And I looked at their account, and I'm like, holy shit, it's actually them.
Are you the Misha B. Barkin?
I have never seen his face, and I've known him for like 15 years.
I love this community, bro.
I've talked with his boyfriend or his husband Mosey multiple times because Mosey's one of my dance inspirations.
Anyway, Mr. Mex B. iBolt.
I am the weasel.
Why the fuck are you iBolt07?
We're getting there. There's reasons.
There's a story there.
No, by the way, he's going to ask you. I'm just screwing Misha's whole plan over.
Dude,
Hey, Misha, what are you going to do for the closing of this episode?
I'm going to blow it clean off is what I'm going to do at the end of this episode. I'm gonna block you guys on everything and blow it clean off.
I wish there was a way I could change my emote to the laughing quickly.
I wish I was a baller. I wish. So, Mr. Mex, I guess we've already kind of introduced yourself, but if you would like to include anything that we may not have mentioned, feel free.
Heyo, everyone! Mex B iBolt here.
God fucking damn it! Why is Solis messaging me? Why are you sitting? Oh, right. You're sending me that dancing dog.
Jesus Christ! Calm down.
They're talking about the dirt they're digging up on me to put on a Google Doc. Clearly.
Yeah, I've
we
already
already
been
got
on
that.
one of those. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
We're both on the same dock.
Well,
Duties.
being kink positive will eventually get you on one.
Dude, fucking apparently,
Oh,
God.
dude. I love being on TikTok and seeing the young furs just not get it.
Dude, yeah. Anyway,
They're gonna
that's
be
not
pissed
the
at the
topic
short
of
I'm gonna make
today.
eventually.
That's not the topic of today. The
No,
topic
it's gonna
of
be
today.
The topic of when I make that short.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm gonna shut up, and Mex, you're gonna answer question.
Oh God, is this like a interview?
Shine.
It is an
I was gonna say
interrogation,
shine
actually.
spotlight on your face.
It's a
Oh
full
God,
ass.
am I being
interrogation.
interrogated?
Yeah.
I do not want to talk without an attorney present.
Torture is optional.
Hold on. Let me get the attorney. Hold on.
Oh wait, do you have to? Oh no!
No, I don't. We have an attorney. It's fine. Okay, here's your
You have an
attorney.
attorney PNG. Oh, I thought it was actually like an attorney
No,
PNG. For
Your
this
your
exact
attorney
situation.
is Maple. Okay, now you have an
Oh,
attorney
it's a
page.
puppo.
So
Actually, no, that's just a therapist.
Better
she is
pay
a
him for
she is an she is an ESA.
Aww.
Mr. Mex B iBolt, what
Hi.
got you into furry?
Oh God, that's a loaded question.
No, it's not. What got you
So
into
the
furry?
way any confused 15-year-old would come into being a furry,
Damn.
Uh,
Well,
the
I guess it's
internet,
loaded
wasn't
that
it?
way.
a crush on a character from a movie,
Which one?
Kovu, Lion King 2.
Yeah, Kovu
Oh.
the goat, dude. Holy shit.
There are
Kovu was
normies.
like, come on. Kovu was like my emo Jesus.
Dude,
There are normies that are all about Kovu. Okay?
bro, they swear
So-
by Kovu. And I don't blame them. They're right. Hate to hand it to the normies, but they're right on this one.
Well, that was technically what got me into eventually becoming a furry, but I didn't know what furry was until like 2 years later.
Yeah. Mine was I think my original one was Tails, but not because I thought he was like hot or anything. I think I wanted to be Tails. Like
It's kind of like that.
wanted to be
Yeah.
a fox with
Yeah.
helicopter tail.
I wanted to be a fox with helicopter tails, and now I'm a fox with one tail. Well, now I'm
It was
two
kind of
foxes
yeah.
each with one tail. Yeah. There was also Todd from Fox and the Hound. That was another one where I was like,
Yes.
this character is awesome. I want to be them. They're so cool. And then I ugly cried at the end of that movie because that's a really sad movie.
Oh my
But
God, it is such a sad movie.
Forever
And
is
then
a
he saw
long time.
Zootopia, and he's like, "Wow, I should really be a Fennec fox."
Zootopia? No, well, no. Zootopia really was the nail in the coffin for me, though. That was the acceptance letter of me, like, because all of these things rooted those deep in my brain, like the seeds. And then Pokemon did not help because they kind of popped off on some of the Pokemon designs. Let's be honest with ourselves. And then it
Yeah.
was like, I still didn't want to accept it because I went through the iFunny phase where it was like, oh, furries cringe, blah blah blah. I hate furries. And then Nick Wilde existed, and I was like, okay, now hold on.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that, and that's what I remember Twitter was like, it was huge around like 2016 when that movie came out because I went and saw it opening night. Of course I did.
Yeah.
And I remember we were so hyped for that movie because everybody's like, this movie is going to bring in a whole new wave of people into our family.
Oh yeah,
Boy, did it.
bad guys did. Bad guys did pretty
Oh,
good
we
too.
did.
But Zootopia is definitely the.
Dude, Bad Guys 2, the one that came out recently, really
It
good.
was just as good.
I haven't
as
seen the
first
second one yet.
Diane Foxington could kick my ass and I would thank her, dude. Like,
Oh my
the
God.
fucking...
God damn.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So
Anyway.
we're all thinking it. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Just so we're all on the same page. 18 plus podcast, by the way.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
You've been warned.
But yeah, Kovu is another one where like I forgot about Kovu and then it came up years later and I was like, Oh yeah, wait a minute. They also kind of popped off
Yeah.
with his design, didn't they?
That's part of how I got in the fandom. That's how I found out. Like that's how what led me down the rabbit hole to eventually finding what furry was. And when I found out what furry was, it took me 36 hours to come out to my parents.
Oh, jeez. It took me years because I didn't want to accept it. Because the first time I was told about furries was in middle school because I was like drawing a bunch of Pokemon and stuff, and somebody was like, "Well, that's a furry. You're a furry." I was like, "What? What is that?"
Oh wow.
And they like described it very poorly, of course. And I went home and like looked at it, and I was like, "Oh, that's not what the fuck. That's not who I am." That also probably planted a seed in my brain, but like. So there was that like denial phase, and then Nick Wilde, and well, here we are.
I remember
Here we
specifically when I
are
looked up
once
furry.
again.
When I looked up furry, like the first time I was wondering like about it because I saw it in like a description of some art I was looking at on DeviantArt, and I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, I remember the exact image too, but I can't find the image. I think the artist may have deleted their account or something.
No,
It was actually just it was like a really cute like pencil like colored pencil drawn piece of these two lions like and one of them's like dangling a cookie in front of the other and it's just really cute, this really cute wholesome drawing, and it was actually very well done. It looked like really neat with the colored pencils and everything. It looked very professional quality, and I looked in the description and saw I don't usually draw furry stuff. And then I'm like, I've seen that term before. Let me Google that. And then I remember my exact reason was, I have been looking for this for so many years. Why does this not feel like a more significant moment of my life?
You been all
And little did I know.
life.
Little did I know that that moment was going to define the next, define the rest of my life, essentially.
Yeah.
The two, because there were furry creators I discovered later on, around the time the whole Nick Wilde debacle, but like the two that got me.
Debacle?
Yeah. Did you say tobacco?
Yeah.
Are you making fun of me mispronouncing it?
No. Did you I say that all the time.
I said debacle in one of my videos. I know that's
Debacle.
mispronunciation.
You did say debacle, and that was really funny.
Debacle.
Debacle.
You were making fun of me for that one, and then you say debacle.
Because it's
Debacle.
funny. It's funny. And people pointed out in the comments that we get engagement. See?
Comedy animal.
I'm thinking ahead.
I can't say too much because I purposely fuck words up all the time, just purposely, and then also because sometimes you've heard me where I'll say something really just off the line, and then there's other times that's just me stumbling.
I mispronounced Canadian. I can't remember if it was a province, or a town.
Providence.
And dude, somebody commented on it and replied to me on Blue Sky and messaged me on Blue Sky about it. And I was like,
Wow.
dude, whoa.
Was it none of it?
They took that shit personally.
It was well, the problem is if I no, it was a stupid one that I probably shouldn't have pronounced. If I looked, I was in the wrong. I definitely, I fucked it up. I'm aware of that. It was, I can't even remember which one it was. No, it was one of the easier ones, but it was like one that if you hadn't seen it, you would mispronounce it. But I don't remember off the top of my head. But the two furry creators that I saw years ago was Telephone, obviously the Telephone Squeak compilations,
hell yeah.
and their dance to like spooky, scary skeletons. I think it was like one of my favorite videos, and Beta Eta Delota and his like 7 stages of furry hell, which
that was like the one that put him on the map.
That was
Yes.
And like I had a very when I was doing the whole furry YouTube thing, I still am. I don't know why I worded it like I'm not, but like that's where the PNG tuber that's why I wanted to do that type of content, was because of him.
Boodle.
Boodle oodle deloodle. Him on the podcast.
I was more pure
hell yeah.
than all of you. I was just a furry from like the get-go. I was watching all these cartoons. I was like watching cartoons and animated movies and all that shit. I'm always like vibing with the anthropomorphic animals. And when I'm 15 in DeviantArt, I find out from a friend about DeviantArt. It was my sister's friend actually, which, dude, that's a weird story. I don't want to take too much more time because it's about Mex. But essentially found out about DeviantArt chat rooms, and I was really into wolves, and I found out about furries. So then I'm just like, all right, I'm doing roleplay wolf servers or chat
Let's
rooms.
go. I did the Pokemon
fuck yeah.
roleplays.
But I did the same thing, of course, where we all Google shit, and that's why I found Buddy.
Buddy!
Yes,
Buddy!
Buddy's YouTube videos were some of the first fursuiting videos I ever seen. And I that's when I was like, again, I'm like 15, and I'm just like, oh, there's Midwest Fur Fest. That's up near Chicago. Oh, that's not too far away.
Chicago.
And there's these fursuiters, and then I'm just like, I don't want anything to do with that. I don't need to do all that. I'm just gonna do my role play.
Yeah, there's
And
that
then I did
initial
that.
phase where you're like, I don't want a fursuit, and then something happens, and you're just like, I want a fursuit. I want a fursuit so
It's-
bad.
15.
it's
15
like
would
the
have been-
stages of grief. It's very.
It's denial.
There's shock and
Acceptance.
shock and
Denial
shock
is a
and
river
denial.
in Egypt. You want a
And then
fursuit.
there's anger and bargaining.
And well, I will say you're not required to ever want a fursuit. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, you are.
But I will say when I went to MFF 2018, got my first like full suitor hugs, and you get to hug. You basically get hugged by a living stuffed animal. At that
Yeah.
point. I realized A, that's awesome, and I want more hugs. And then B, I was also like, I actually don't even think I tried a fursuit head on at that point in time because I didn't know anybody close enough to do so. I just knew at that point though, I was like, nah, I need my boy. I need my boy to come
This
to
has
life.
to happen, yeah.
So I very quickly had him commissioned.
Aw.
Speaking very quickly, a quick update before we get back to Mex.
Okay.
Did not get the Clitzy Fox commission. I got denied.
Somebody came up
Aw.
on my For You page that did get the slot, and I was like, oh. Damn.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But that means I am officially going to have to fursuit shop next year.
Oh my god. I'm gonna look for somebody to make Scout.
I need a 2.0. So I'm gonna have to do some research and figure out who does really good canines / wolves.
Dragon Girl
I
Stew.
might have some. Suggestions for you. A couple of.
I
mates
definitely
that I
want
could
some
send you to.
Definitely want some suggestions. I do know
I think
like
one
one of
of them's a patron.
my big what was it? Big thing on like Blue Harbor does some really good canines. So that was one I was looking into, but
Nice.
I've never filled out a fursuit commission request form.
I
My
haven't
current
either.
suit was my current suit was a really complex string of events that led to me getting ahead.
There's a lot of people that have complex events leading to them getting head. Anyway, Mex, why did you choose your persona?
Solis over here saying this episode is about Mex, and I'm like, I'm not.
Why
that
are you
important.
Duke?
I didn't. Why are you Duke?
Why
Yeah,
are
why-
you Duke?
Why am I Weasel?
Yeah.
Why Weasel?
Oh, why this character? Oh, that's the question. Okay,
That
I
is
didn't
the
realize
question.
That was a question.
Yes.
Okay, why am I Duke? I was gonna say because I was born with one brain cell, but no. Okay, so this actually goes into why I got into fursuit dancing. So go back like to 2010, 2009. I'm on these Skype calls.
Goodness.
That in itself is a rabbit
Oh,
hole,
yeah.
but that's a video for a different day. I was on a lot of these Skype calls when I was just like coming out and being, social within the furry fandom for the first time. And one of the people in this call was a person that I would talk with almost every day. We end up dating for a very long time. I'm not going to refer to them by name, but I will say that they were a hyena. And they were the one that actually showed me that fursuit dance competitions were a thing. And I had never in my life gotten into stage performance. I had really bad stage fright growing up, and I didn't want anybody to kind of see or pay any attention to me. I kind of wanted to just be invisible. Through my entire childhood, all middle school and into high school, I wanted to just be. I wanted to blend in with the wall. I didn't want anybody to pay attention to me. But it's like when I
Yeah.
found this fandom of self-expression, where creativity is kind of the driving factor behind it. It was like, you know what? Maybe I do want people to see me. Maybe I do want people I do want people to interact with like that or be able to express myself that way. And I realized I'd just been bottling it up for a long time. So we watched a couple of dance competitions. Like this was back before you could share screens over like messenger apps. So we would line the video up at an exact timestamp and then like count down the time to hit play at the same time. So we watched the Anthrocon 2008 fursuit dance competition, and like I was really inspired by it, and we actually wanted to do this. Me and the Yena were talking about doing this Roadside Romeo dance cover. It was if any of y'all have seen Roadside Romeo, it's Disney's attempt at a Bollywood animated film. The plot is really basic, but the songs are good, and the choreographies are also really good. And we were like talking about doing a dance cover to a song in there called "Cool Cool," and but it never really came to fruition. A couple of years passed, and I ended up at Anthrocon myself, and I watched that same dance competition live, and that was the first one I ever watched live. And then on my way home, I kept having this fantasy about being on that stage, but I wasn't seeing my current character up there. I was seeing a white and black character. Like in my head, I was just like, I don't know why, but the character I see is just a white, like not canine type character. And I wanted a unique species. So I'm like, I don't see a lot of like, well, I thought specifically an ermine was, for the longest time, and I was actually corrected about this like years later, I thought ermine was a specific species of weasel, but the taxonomy of weasels is really freaking confusing. I can say fucking here. Really fucking confusing.
Yeah.
So, apparently, depending on where you are in the world, an ermine, a stoat, and a weasel are all different species, and but in the United States, a weasel still refers to a completely different species than what the UK refers to, and a stoat is not a thing in the UK.
Dude, stoat erasure in the UK? Say it ain't so.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know, right?
I read the Red Wall books, and I swear to God, that's the whole, like, stoats are in those.
Well, I think, yeah, they are. Well, it's a completely different animal out there. I think stoats exist. You might be right. But it's like, they call them weasels out there. They're colloquially called weasel, but also weasel in the US is a completely different species, and there's two of them: the long-tailed weasel, which is actually what my fursona is, and the least weasel, which is the tiniest little carnivore in the world, and it's the cutest little thing. Watching them murder thing is adorable.
I like watching them kill things.
No, they're the cutest little carnivores in the world. They're so tiny. They're not even the size of a desk stapler.
Oh my
God.
So little. They're
little. So little. They're babies.
They're babies.
If they bit me in the face, I would accept my fate.
Honestly, yeah.
But that was kind of the thing. Is I watched the Anthrocon 2012 dance competition live. I was like, I want to do that. And I left that room thinking about it for the rest of the weekend. I wanted to do that. I even was actually looking for the winner of that competition, Atsu Fox.
Atsu!
And I wanted to find Atsu and say, hey, Atsu, you inspired me to come back and try to do it next year. And I did come back and I auditioned next year with Mex V1, which Buckethead Mex.
Hey,
this is current one's V4, by the way.
Buckethead Misha is also a thing. Don't worry.
I think your Buckethead Misha was actually really fucking cute, though.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
He was impossible to breathe in. I gotta be real.
Yeah. But I found out that weasels kind of also match my personality type quite well, so.
Isn't that wild? Like, we almost like naturally gravitate towards sonas that match our personality.
And that's the crazy thing was like, so with Mex, this is the first time I've kept a fursona without having to make changes a bunch for more than 2 years.
Oh, really?
I've had him I have not made a single change to him in 13 years.
Jeez, Misha hasn't gone through any changes, and I've had him since 2018.
Oh, yeah. Also, the bandana was an accident.
It was an accident? Do tell. I want to hear it.
I didn't know when you draw a ref sheet, you're not supposed to draw them with clothes on.
Did you just draw the bandana, or?
No, I drew him fully clothed with the orange bandana. For some reason, whenever I sent people to that ref sheet, they kept the bandana.
Canonically, I think you're now that's not white fur. That is just like a white like skin suit. Like bodysuit.
No, I actually had him like with a jacket and everything on, and I actually have multiple like pictures of him. I never drew him naked. That was the thing, is like I never drew Mex naked for the longest time. He was like Misha to me in that way, where it's like this character is not an NSFW character.
Yeah, like Misha is still like purely strictly safe for work, and even like thinking of NSFW stuff, it's like, ugh. I got Rascal for
I
that.
did have a character like that. I did have a character like that where I just wouldn't really think about. I forgot what character it was though.
Damn, found dead in a hot car. I have
know.
I have a similar story to the bandana. So Scout, right? He has 2 earrings in his right ear. Purely an accident. I was using a Fennec Fox base, and you could add accessories to it, and I added the earrings on, and I forgot to turn it back off. And then I got the commission done, and I noticed, like, I saw the earrings, and I was like, oh, well, that's canon now. Okay. So Scout was not supposed to have earrings, but he does, and you know what? He rocks it. 10 out of 10.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Scout rocks it with Scout's earrings. Complete the design very well.
It kind of does.
Yeah, it does balance out like things like that. Like Mex, he would be kind of empty looking, just natural stoat colors without or weasel colors without the earrings. Like he has a bunch of studs and hardware in his ear, as my grandfather would say.
Let me real quick. Boom.
Christmas hat.
Boom. Yeah. Now you can see
you can see them on there. He has an industrial on the other side, but I don't. Sometimes I don't. If it gets drawn without it, I don't lose sleep over it sometimes. So, but he's got like a yellow and blue yin yang as well. But people started mistaking it for the Ukrainian flag.
Oh,
yeah. You know, speaking of models, Mex, did you know Misha's paw pads aren't pink?
dude, yeah,
Wait, what?
Wait, do we want to talk about? We talked about that in the afterbark. Do we want to bring that to the episode?
You can bring it really quick if you want.
Misha's paw pads. My paw pads are pink, right? They have been pink every single Bark Meow episode.
Every single one.
Misha's paw pads are black. They have always been black. They are black on my ref sheet.
Oh, you have the mismatched colors with the nose. Yeah.
And I at no point did I ever realize that my paw pads are the wrong color on the Bark Meow model.
3 years of recording.
3 years of recording.
Editing.
3 years of staring at that same fuck ass hand standing up in the middle of the goddamn screen. At no point did I go, wait a minute. Because like editing Misha put my ref sheet up. If you look at because Misha's facing backwards in one of them, and if you look at his paw pads, they're black.
I'll also send you that ref sheet, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The one with the clothing on it,
and I can slap it on the screen.
But I've got a Christmas themed commentary section for you.
A Christmas themed commentary section.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about how unhinged some of these Christmas lyrics are.
Okay.
Have we considered that Frosty the Snowman ran from the cops in the song?
Based.
First of all, was he in a stop and ID state?
Wait, what's a stop and ID state? What?
A stop and ID state is where the cops do not have to have reasonable suspicion to ask for your ID. They could just randomly say, hey, you're having an interaction with the cop, they can request your ID. But if you're not in a stop and ID state, they do not have the right to ask for your ID, or they can request it, but you have the right to refuse. Did that cop have reasonable suspicion on Frosty?
He's a snowman. He's a living snowman. I would almost call
snowman,
that
so
reasonable.
You can investigate that. Yeah.
Reasonable suspicion for dressing up as a snowman in public?
Not dressing up as a snowman, being a real live snowman.
But how do they know he wasn't just a guy in a snowman costume?
That's why you have to investigate.
That's why.
Also, Frosty ran from the cops.
Based, incredibly based. Frosty the Snowman says a cab.
I'm just saying, yeah, Frosty is a cab.
Let's go.
That sounds like a good intro, by the way. Also, can we talk about that? Okay, slip a sable under the tree for me. That's about a weasel.
Slip a sable under the tree for me? Wait, what?
I don't even know what's
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me.
Do they actually say that?
Yes, but it's actually referring to the animal's fur.
Oh.
Yeah, they are unfortunately. Sables are a widely traded fur commodity in Russia.
I didn't know that.
That's primarily why they're bred, is for their fur.
Oh,
But a lot of that's why you have some influencers on Instagram from Russia, because what they are is a lot of them are animal activists, and they'll go out and buy them off of the fur farmer for more money than they would make off the fur, and then they keep them as pets.
man, that's like there's a few accounts on TikTok that'll post like fox videos and everything, and there's ones where you can tell they're at a fur farm, and those make me sad.
Oh,
Because it's like, oh, look at these foxes jumping around and being all excited, but like they're walking on like, wire, like the wire flooring and stuff, and it's like, oh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
And people will point it out in the comments, and they just don't care because they're getting views for it, and da da da. And it's like, man. Anyway, not. This is getting depressing. It's Christmas. We're not depressed. This is
the last one. This isn't depressing. This lyric in
lyrics.
Yeah, the last Christmas lyric I want to bring up here because it's kind of like what was it? Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Have a holly jolly
Under the
Christmas.
Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. That's a pervy line.
That's a bit of a pervy line.
That's a pervy line. It's like, yeah, kiss your wife. Kiss your wife for me. Wiggles eyebrows.
Kiss your wife for me.
Yeah, got your wife drunk. Kiss her once for me.
That is, yeah, wait, I didn't like that. Hold on. I did see a post where it was like, it was talking about the 12 days of Christmas, and it was like, what'd you think of the Christmas gifts? And they're like, it was all right. And he was like, were there too many birds? And she was like, heavy on the birds this year. It's so fucking
birds
funny.
Disappear after like the 7th day. It's like, I guess they ran out of birds.
They're out of birds. 5 golden rings.
Oh yeah, the rings to put. What kind of rings are we talking though? I know they're golden, but it's like, are they like cock rings or something?
I was gonna say one's a wedding ring, one's a promise ring, a cock ring, a chastity cage ring, and the WWE ring, brother.
No. What about those air conditioning neck rings?
What
the fuck are you talking about?
One of those things that goes around your neck, but it's like battery operated and it cools you off.
No,
never heard of that.
Oh, what? You never saw those? Those are cool as hell.
Those sound cool as hell.
Stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've never.
They're cool.
One. I don't know how
they're cool. All right, we are not getting to all of these questions, unfortunately.
It's okay. I'm just fooling around with y'all.
Yeah, we're taking around. You know what? I'm gonna ask you the questions on the. Wait, no, you're not gonna be here for the afterbark.
No, I will not be here for the afterbark. I work.
I'll ask you the questions.
You can continue
anyway.
on to the next question.
I could.
No dedication.
No dedication to the podcast. He's guest starring
to be fair, a lot of these questions I can give you short answers.
Oh hell yeah!
Rapid fire.
When did you start making videos? And I think I forgot to include it in the question, but were they furry related at first, or did you do something else?
Oh my god! Maybe
he was a Minecraft YouTuber.
I think that actually is a long answer.
It's a Minecraft YouTuber, and that's what the Google doc.
I have gone through about 3 different. No, okay, I have 4 YouTubes currently, and the 5th YouTube was my old account. I've been making videos on YouTube on and off since 2006.
Wow.
I was like 15, and I made this really cringy NASCAR fan tribute to my favorite driver. It was a slideshow I made in Movie Maker.
Oh my god, the slideshows, yes.
Editing Misha, I'm sending you the video.
Oh my god, include it in the video.
You can add. And guess what? You can see the credits at the end. I put credits at the end with the copyright 2006, 2007 in it.
You put the am I allowed? Yeah. Am I allowed to use it? It's going to be copyrighted music, isn't it?
Sorry, 15-year-old.
Switchfoot. You can mute it though.
Okay,
15-year-old you doesn't consent.
It won't get picked up if you just use the outro of the song because it's just a guitar fade. They're not going to pick that up.
Okay.
You won't get demonetized for that.
I don't know I don't know if we've discussed this. I think I said it on the podcast a couple times, but my first channel was a Yu-Gi-Oh channel.
Really?
Yeah. Used to play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot more. I realized I didn't know enough about the game to be a creator for it, and so that kind of fizzled out, but it was fun.
I tried to be
But yeah,
a player.
I uploaded a lot of stuff like between like 06 and 2010. I was trying to do like literally everything on that YouTube all at the same time.
Right.
I did NASCAR crash compilations. I did a lot of racing stuff, but I also started doing American Idol stuff because I was really into American Idol. So my mom wanted me to make a music video because she had like a parasocial relationship with David Cook.
Oh.
So I made her a music video for David
No.
Cook because she like totally had a crush on him. And then I was also making like I was started doing shot footage, and that's what made me make my second YouTube, because I actually deleted my YouTube in summer of 09 because I got salty that I got copyright blocked. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, okay. There's times where it's like, yeah, okay, come on, YouTube, you're just being a tyrant about this. What I did was actually kind of egregious. I recorded the 2009 American Idol season finale winner announcement and beat Fox to uploading it.
That's dedication, my boy. That's what we need in this community. That is,
You know what?
that is the
You know
grit we
how-
are looking for Bark Bark Meow.
And you know how I got the footage so quick?
How?
I didn't really have a lot of money growing up, so I learned how to program a VCR really well as a hobby. So I recorded the finale on my VCR, dubbed it immediately to DVD, ripped the DVD on my PC, and it uploaded that. Overnight, it got 130,000 views, but I immediately got a copyright strike with it.
Mex, my boy. That's what we're looking for here, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I got salty and terminated the account. And then with this account, I still have some of the old music videos. I think I've uploaded most of them to the archive. Just started uploading random shit with it over the longest time. Didn't actually get into like consistent video making until I've tried the YouTube thing 3 times. I tried to be a Channel Awesome reviewer at one point with like a show called Radio Recall. Don't look it up. It's still on Vimeo. You don't have to cut that, by the way.
I don't have to cut that? Okay.
You don't have to cut that. People can
boy.
go look at how cringy I was.
Oh boy, you've given them
It's
permission.
okay. They can't put me on a Google Doc because my audio was so bad they can't understand me.
Oh my god. Bro, they'll put you on the Google Doc for being friends with me. It's fine.
That's okay.
No, dude.
Who are you?
Wow. So Max, you mentioned NASCAR. You mentioned doing the tribute to NASCAR, and editing Misha put it on the screen. And you still make NASCAR videos on your furry account.
I sure do.
That is a crazy combination.
Okay. This goes into my other YouTube that I had.
Oh boy.
This was the most successful YouTube I ever had.
This current one or the previous one?
The previous one. I had a NASCAR channel called 10 to Go. It was strictly NASCAR. I did not make any allusions to furry.
Okay.
I did not connect it at all, and I tried very little to promote it on my own furry social media. And it had some modest growth over the first few years, like 2015 to 17, where I was doing it on a semi-consistent basis. Like every 3 to 4 months, I'd make a new list. And it was basically what it was I was pissed at Watch Mojo for never including NASCAR on their lists. So yes, I just referenced Watch Mojo in the year of our Lord 2025.
Shit, dude.
I was pissed at Watch Mojo for never talking about NASCAR. And then I would look for top 10 lists. There were none that had commentary at the time. The only other person who was doing any kind of top 10 list, shout out Frisky Nixon, who is one of the cooler NASCAR YouTubers from that time. But I was looking for something that had commentary like Watch Mojo. So I decided, you know what? I looked at it this way. I looked at it in my head. This is an untapped market. So I sat in front of a microphone one day and recorded top 10 upsets in NASCAR history. And of course, sports upset. Yeah, you all understand sports upsets. It's the same way in NASCAR. Like someone who doesn't have the funding or equipment or doesn't have the experience winning a race or competing in a race beyond their level.
Dude, bless you, first of all. Second of all, I'll watch sports update. Like, I'll watch sports upsets for sports I don't even care about.
Oh, yeah. NASCAR has great upsets. I just specifically I wanted to shout out the really weird thing that happened when I first started watching NASCAR, where a mom and pop shop with a driver nobody had ever heard of put a like a car into a race with no sponsor, a part-time rookie driver, no funding, and just a shop out of Murphy, North Carolina, an engine shop out of Murphy, North Carolina, and beat a Joe Gibbs car. You know who Joe Gibbs is, with a car 50 times the budget in a Busch race in 2006.
Holy shit, dude.
That was, and I remember that because I was like 13 at the time or 14. I remember that I was brand new to NASCAR, and but I didn't understand what the word upset meant at the time. So I was like, why are people sad about this?
That's a crazy win. That's like,
yeah, it was insane. I made it another video on it on the NASCAR on the main channel now. So anyway, so 10 to go, I ran for a few years, but I started burning out really bad on NASCAR as a whole because 2018 to 2021, we call that the Monster Energy era. That's when Monster Energy was the title sponsor. It was a fever dream. It was when NASCAR was probably the least watchable and the most like awful, because that was when the tracks wouldn't change and the car sucked. And all the drivers sucked too. It was just, it was not fun to, well, I wouldn't say all the drivers sucked, but it wasn't a fun product to watch at that time. It felt very WWE, like that kind of manufactured.
Oh, okay. That just like encapsulated all of it. Okay.
Yep. It gave WWE energy, and I burnt out really hard.
Okay.
Yep. I burnt out so hard on it, and I stopped watching. So I stopped with it. I just wanted to stop making these videos too, because I was like, I'm kind of burnt out on this, and the channel doesn't really seem to be going anywhere. Well, accidentally, one of the videos I made, coincidentally, the one where I made a political joke, an anti-Trump political joke, went somewhat viral. Like I checked it had over 100,000 views, and it was top 10 drivers that failed to fulfill hype. Like they had a bunch of funding and backing and promotion from and the network wouldn't stop talking about them. And that video took off pretty much overnight. The reason being is because the way YouTube's algorithm worked, when YouTube put up the Talladega race rewind, because NASCAR started finally posting race recaps, for some reason my video was the top video on Related for everybody.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's why the video took off. I didn't notice it for 4 months though, because I didn't check the channel. So 4 months later, I log in. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
What the hell?
I eventually found out what happened. And so in October, I post a trailer that I'm coming back, and it got and that actually had a ton of people in the comments, like people who are actually known in the NASCAR community now, responding to that video. And it was cool to actually have some hype around that channel, from other channels I looked up to at that moment, because there were now some other YouTube NASCAR channels at this time. When I started, there weren't any. So I started making a few more videos, and then I'm like, the way I got rid of that channel was really stupid, but I know we don't want to go way over our time here, so I'm not gonna go into huge detail with how I got rid of that channel. It was very stupid though.
I know how you got rid of the channel. You've told me.
I burnt the fuck out basically, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. So I knew I could make something of it, but I didn't. And then so I made that video because I always wanted to do a video about NASCAR and talk, and I wanted to challenge myself. I want to build a story around this that people can relate to. I can talk about this in a way where other people can emotionally relate to it. So I made that video about Clint Boyer and my teenage fan experience with following a favorite driver in NASCAR, and how I used NASCAR basically as an escapism from life's difficulties at the time, because it was during a divorce and shit. It was rough. So,
oh geez.
I tried to make that as relatable to the audience as possible, and people really vibed with it. And now half of my Discord is motorsports fans who are also furries. So I just from there was like, you know what, would y'all mind if I did a few more NASCAR videos, kind of like that the way I used to do back in the day? So I'm talking about underdogs. The entire thing is about underdogs, either drivers who were not expected to do well doing well.
What about Hot Dog Jim, the guy that was the hot dog guy that eventually made it to the pit crew?
What?
I don't know who that is. What?
No, it's not, but that could be a fun story. There's got to be stories like that, right?
Hot dog Jim.
I started off carrying around sodas to the stands, and then next thing you know, I'm on the pit crew.
I'm on the pit crew. They saw my speed
be-
of filling
it could
up
be
the
some
sodas,
fun-
and they said we could apply
fun
that
stories.
to changing the tires. Dude, they do that so fucking fast. Jokes aside, that shit is
Oh my
crazy
God.
how fast they do
It
that.
really is. Oh, it's insane. I'm like, I can't even get one of those off in the amount of time you've changed all four.
Well, their systems are meant to be incredibly efficient. Your
Oh yeah.
on the street gear is not as efficient.
Yeah, but we
Oh
need
yeah,
that.
of course.
We need that shit for like changing. Somebody at Les
You
Schwab
can.
should get
No,
on
you
that. Dude.
literally can. You just have to have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Just
Let's
to
get
wanna
on
change
it.
a tire.
Les
which
Schwab
I
has
love.
thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Why am I there for 4 hours to get my tires changed? If somebody can do it in like 10 seconds, that's all I'm saying.
'Cause they
Oh,
get
those
paid by
guys,
the hour.
those guys who do it full time make the big bucks, though. Most people
Yeah, 'cause
on
they
pit crew
spend
are not
four-
full time employers, though. Are not full time
Really?
employed.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I guess that makes
the
sense.
smaller teams, they can't afford to have all those guys travel out. You know.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Like they don't have that much money. Like those. I mean, yeah, it's not like they're not struggling to make rent or anything, but
Yeah.
they have enough for like a small race shop. I mean, they probably don't have a lot of full time employees.
Interesting. I didn't even think
If
about
you have
that.
a company like Gibbs, though, Joe Gibbs or Hendrick Motorsports, they have full time employees.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's so I figured why not just I've always like been one of the with my YouTube, the way I wanted to do it was I'm like, let's do this where I'm talking about the things I want to talk about, and that way I feel fulfilled. And if I get bored of one topic, I can move to another.
That's a good way to
Because
do
I'm
it.
known to get bored with things pretty quick. I know it hurts the algorithm, but I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, that's the issue I run into is like sometimes I'll do videos of stuff that I'm passionate about that may not exactly line up with furry, and
Yeah.
those 10 out of 10 times those bomb, and that
Oh,
can
yeah.
be pretty discouraging. But like, you know, at the end of the day,
yeah.
it's something I'm doing that I enjoy. Because like, I did a video about like furry Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes, where it's like archetypes that are like furry bait. One of them is literally called For Hire, so like, come on, that's
Oh my god.
and that was a fun video to make, but like nobody watched it, so that was a little discouraging. But so it can be hard to like fight the algorithm and do what you want if what you want doesn't get the views. And obviously it's not all about numbers, and you know that
No.
better than
I had to learn
anyone.
that the hard way.
Yeah, because like
No, that one hurt.
I could switch to a furry drama channel next week and get a shit ton of views and a shit ton of clicks and everything, but I would not be happy with what I was posting. You gotta
No,
find
and
like
that's
you gotta find that balance.
I actually talked with another. I'm not going to say name names here because I don't know if they would want their name mentioned this way. But another furry YouTuber I had previously had on my channel at one point talked with me a little bit about that, about how the furry drama commentary just all it felt like was just it felt like you were stepping onto a coal mine and you're eventually going to fall in,
Oh,
or like hot coals and you're eventually going to fall on them.
oh, I can speak on that. Yeah, the 100% right. It just felt like, God, because I used to be a little more involved with other furry YouTubers and like that side of furry YouTube where it was like drama channels and like posting about constant drama stuff. And like, it genuinely does feel like all of us are walking around like a minefield. And it felt like everybody was trying to like find the quick thing to cancel somebody over, like cancel somebody else. And like,
Yeah.
it just, God, it was not a healthy place to be. And I've since distanced myself from that, which is good. Because
Yeah.
like,
It's like
now I'm hanging out with people now I'm hanging out with people
Go
like
ahead.
Solis and you, where it's like, you know, you guys make content about the community and it's stuff you love about the community, not necessarily trying to cancel everybody every other week. And
that was one thing I had to do. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Misha.
no, you're good. No, you're good. It was just like,
Okay.
Like it just felt like your other person was saying, where it's like, you know, you piss off the wrong person or you say the wrong thing in the group and suddenly all of them turn on you and just like, oh, they're the worst person ever, blah, blah, blah. Here's 20 reasons why we dislike them. And like video on that person next Friday. And one of the things I spoke about the most and what we talked about at the beginning of this episode is like, I always took extra time to make sure I got everything right. I made sure the dust settled before I would talk on things. And there's one creator who is actually not part of the community anymore, apparently, where like something would happen and they would have a video up that night or the next day. And then, of course, all of the info would be wrong. They would have to retract all their statements. And it got to a point where, like, they had to take down more uploads than they had, you know, because it was just like they would get everything wrong. They would go off speculation, the quickest thing. And then they would just, like, be super accusatory and super offensive, not like offensive, but like offensive. And then everything would be wrong and they would have to take it all down. And yeah, they got a shit ton of clicks and a shit ton of views, but like, I would much rather be right and get less clicks than to sit there and just like show my whole ass and have to take it all down, you know?
That's the thing about those kinds of videos is like that's why I classify them not far from hit pieces, because the problem with those kinds of videos is you have to get information from a reliable source. The most reliable source is someone who was there, who saw it. But how are you going to convince them, hey, I want to make this video. Oh, I promise I'm not doing it for clicks and for monetary gain. I promise.
Yeah.
How are you going to spin that to them to where their stuff isn't going to be used in a dishonest or a way that benefits the uploader primarily and not that person providing you the information? The Rainforest, I was asking like 2 people innocently about Rainforest, not because I wanted to make a video on Rainforest, but because I was going to someone was entertaining the idea, oh, Rainforest was actually a con that was killed by the venue. So I'm like, was it? So I'm like, can a staffer ask me, like, tell me something on that? So a staffer in this chat actually responds to this and says, hey, I'm your information. I'm your guy if you want any information on Rainforest. So I DM him and says, I can't say anything on Rainforest, deletes our entire conversation. And I'm like, wow, you pulled a 180 real fast on you. On me,
Damn.
didn't you? But
Bro
I
said
wasn't even trying to find out about Rainforest. I think it was he got scared that I said that he found out I'm a YouTuber.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he thought I was making a hit piece, but actually I was trying to get my facts straight to make sure Rainforest, because if there's another narrative for Rainforest that hasn't been said that's a positive spin, I would love to make that video.
Yeah. No, I feel that. God, there was something I wanted to say, and that's why, like, whenever I talk about cons, because I've made a few videos about cons, I've made a video about FWA, I've made a video about Megaplex. Neither of these cons I've been to. I've talked about BLFC. I always start that video with, hey, I wasn't at this con. I'm going purely off of what I've read online. Make sure you talk to people who went to this con if you want, like, a concrete opinion of how the con went and, like, what happened at the con. Because, like, we all talk about the pizza thing. We all talk about Pizzagate. Well, not Pizzagate. That's a whole separate thing. But we all talk about the pizza thing and the pizza in the hallway. And that affected 18 people at a con with thousands of people. But now it's the biggest. It's the biggest thing because it was the biggest thing online. But like everybody at the con had no fucking idea what they were talking about. Nobody was involved with that when you think about how many people were at that con. But like,
there were 2 other events at that con that kind of got buried to history. And mind you, that was a bad take on my part. That was me having Twitter brain moment where I said something I probably shouldn't have said, and I wound up in a Lanza video for it. So,
oops.
Yeah, I said something pretty toxic, and but I was going by hearsay by someone who I thought was a reliable source of commentary on the fandom. And I learned that day, nobody is reliable on Twitter.
God, no, yeah.
I just remember there being a call out during that event, and I initially reposted that person's their qualms believing their story, and then it came back that they were just lying out their ass, and I had to make an apology post.
Actually, that was the thing. It was half true. There were exaggerations. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. It did turn out to be not the person was there, but it's hard to say whether or not what affected them actually affected them, because nobody was there. It was hearsay at that point. So what they said was half true, but if you went down deep, diving in their social media, it got unhinged because they seemed like an anti-porn kind of person.
Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It was a rabbit hole.
Oh boy.
There was I think Lagavert actually did a pretty good deep dive on this.
Hey,
I can link it to you later.
But Mex B iBolt, I believe we have to wrap up the episode. because
Wrap it up like a Christmas present.
I have to stream in 15 minutes. We'll see if I actually stream. I might actually just like vibe for the evening because I really want to read. But
Fuck yeah.
yeah, I'm reading Out of Position, which is like the furry book, apparently.
Mhm.
Ooh, how do you like it? How do you like it?
They have so much sex. Dare I say?
I know.
Dare
I meant to say
say
this earlier.
too much sex.
I meant to say this earlier. This is one thing that Kyle has gone on record saying he regrets about his early books. That he, especially his one book, Waterways, which I love Waterways, but it was a very touching book to me. But that book was supposed to be for teens and young adults who were coming to terms with their sexuality, and he regrets putting sex in the book.
That's fair, because that's why like I've seen people talk about Out of Position being the book that like help them come to terms with being gay and help them come out and help them accept their true self. And I'm like, that's awesome. This is a lot of smut for a high schooler to be reading, because I was expecting like,
oh yeah,
I was expecting some smut, you know, like I've got a couple of jingling keys moment in my book where it's like, hey, gays, here's a 6 foot tall naked hyena. But like, this is like, there's a lot of smut going on in this book.
There's a lot of smut. If you want like another book that's like a little more like Waterways in that regard, like it has it but without the smut, I recommend a non-furry book called Geography Club.
Well, hold on, I didn't say I didn't like the smut. I just said there's a lot of it.
Oh, I'm just saying. I read a bunch of gay books when I was in high school and coming out. You know, that was the only time I ever read in my life. And now I have a shelf full of Kyle Gold books I've never read.
Can you send?
Wait, are you gay?
Are you gay? Are you the homo of sexual?
I'm on the asexual spectrum, but I've only ever dated guys.
You can be asexual and gay.
Yeah. Everybody in chat, first of all, comment. I meant to say this earlier. Comment a word that you can never spell right. This will help Misha.
Restaurant
and the bark meow gang.
Restaurant. Embarrassed is another good one. Restaurant is my Achilles heel, dude. Like
there's another one that has like, where's the double? Where's the double
like
adjective?
Occasionally.
Okay.
Yes.
I can spell that one correctly, but like restaurant, I spell so poorly. Like iMessage doesn't know what to correct it to.
Oh my god.
I don't know what it is, and I have tried to learn. Wait, Argo, you write articles all day.
Yeah.
Are there any words that you just cannot spell correctly?
Anytime I have to use
Can you talk into my wire, please? Can you talk closer to my chest?
anytime you like
he's wearing a wire.
I before E except after C, I always get it mixed up.
That is the I before E. Well, because it's bullshit 3/4 of the time. Like
it is.
Half the time the rule doesn't even apply, and it sucks. But we got to wrap up the episode, please. We're an hour and 36 minutes in. I'm supposed to stream in 12 minutes. I'm not going to. I'm making.
But you're vibing. You're vibing.
Oh, I'm vibing, dude. I'm having so much fun.
Oh no, I need to eat dinner, so I gotta get going.
Okay.
I got a buffalo snack wrap upstairs. I'm gonna go munch on, and I'm probably gonna stream more dance comp shit tonight.
Let's go. I have the Patreon pulled up. Thank you to Mars Rover. Thank you to Brandon Helenga. I think it's how you say that. Braden Helenga. Apologies if that's wrong. Feel free to comment at it and yell at me in the comments. Thank you to Gavin Astra. Thank you to iBolt07. Hello, Mex.
Hi, that's me.
Thank you to Scarlett, Jane Fox. Thank you to Key, Webster, Simply Lego, Alistair the Hyena, Penstamon, Thawcade, Quaddle, Bogey Bravo, Blue Pack Wolf, Argo, Mighty Halfman, Amberion, Zombie Brains, Loriafia, Landon Yeen, Sycamore, Mech Stop Typing, I Can Hear It, Heartless Hero, Pip the Badger, Rays, Feel Firefox, Corlinar, Kai Quint, and Steam Pony, and Ankara. I'm gonna hit you with a hammer.
Yeah, let's go. Clicky, clicky, clicky.
Solis.
Contribution
Solis.
to your
Solis,
psychosis.
I'm learning archery next year. Run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Run.
I know archery.
You know archery?
Don't-
Ooh.
A little bit. I did it with my friend Glacier Protogen down in Florida.
Is it the Glacier I know?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Glacier Protogen got me into archery.
Dude. We can't. I'm ending the episode. Let's say everybody say bye. Bye, everybody.
I was talking about
say
furry
is,
drama
Misha?
from yesteryear. Oh no, they're cutting me off.